A vacant mill in Woonsocket goes up in flames early this morning. This is drone video showing the fire as it raged overnight. Thanks for joining us. I'm Shannon Heggie.
I'm Mike Montecalvo. The fire reduced the mill to rubble here. We have team coverage. Alexandra Leslie takes a closer look at the history of the building. But
first, our Hannah Cotter's been on the scene all day as crews work to clean up the mess. Hannah?
Well, Mike, Shannon, about 16 hours after this building caught on fire, you can see there are crews still here working to put out some hot spots. The fire chief told me there's actually a basement under there that all the rubble fell into, which is making cleanup more difficult.
Strike general along. Strike general along. All companies operating on this side, I need to focus on getting ladder 1 out of there.
Drone video shows an overhead look at Monday morning's fire on Privilege Street in Woonsocket. The building completely engulfed in flames. Neighbors say it was a shocking sight and sound to wake up to.
I live right in that building right there, and about 1 o'clock in the morning, exactly on the dot, my whole house shook, and I heard an explosion. But then I seen like an orange light through my windows, and I looked out through my windows, and all I seen was flames like 3/4 of the way into the sky.
It was pretty much flames showing from every window that you could see over there.
Fire Chief Bob Cahill says water supply wasn't an issue, but the wind posed a challenge. Fire crews from several surrounding towns and cities were on the scene all day Monday, putting out hot spots.
There's a basement down in there. I don't know if a lot of people know that, but there's a basement down there, so all of the debris is down on top of everything, so we really can't get to the hot spots that are underneath.
We also saw ATF and hazmat crews here. The building was most recently occupied by CNC International, an organic chemical manufacturing company. We asked Chief Cahill if there were any concerns about air quality.
We had hazmat down here. They were monitoring all the air quality. So we actually have a elderly facility that's down the road a little bit. So we went and monitored that structure, and we didn't get any abnormal readings there. Most concern was for our guys that were downwind initially fighting the fires.
And about that yellow-green smoke seen in the sky from miles away.
I'm not certain if that's just the heavy timbers that are oil-soaked from all the manufacturing that went on in there, or the roof that is collapsed down on. It could be the asphalt from the roofing material, or we don't know what else could have been in there.
And again, crews are working to put out some hot spots. We just noticed there are still some flames on the roof over there. We also just received a statement from DEM, which said in part that their staff did not observe any environmental impacts to Harris Pond, which is directly behind the property over the Massachusetts border, but that they'll be back to reassess the pond tomorrow. Reporting live in Woonsocket, I'm Hannah Cotter, 12 News.
We begin at 6 with the latest on a massive fire at a vacant mill building in Woonsocket. I'm Mike Montecalvo.
And I'm Shannon Heggie. Flames raged all night long, and we're still waiting to hear what may have caused this fire. 12 News reporter Hannah Cotter has been on the scene for us on Privilege Street all day. Hannah, what's the latest?
Well, Mike and Shannon, this behind me is all that's left of that mill building, and you can see crews are still hard at work trying to put out some hot spots. Plumes of yellow-green smoke shooting up into the sky late Monday afternoon, more than 12 hours after a vacant mill building went up in flames on Privilege Street in Woonsocket.
Strike general along. Strike general along.
Fire crews, the state fire marshal, and ATF remained on the scene for hours, putting out hot spots and tearing down what's left of this more than 100-year-old building. Power was briefly out for some people living nearby, and DPW sent out a message urging people to avoid using water for a couple of hours.
Anytime we run that much water through the hydrant system, yeah, it's going to discolor the water for residential use. So they put it out just to have the residents run their water so it comes clear before they start using it.
Officials say the building was empty at the time of the fire, but was previously occupied by CNC International, an organic chemical manufacturing company.
I know they had some bad chemicals in here, but yeah, they worked diligently to make sure all those were removed.
This is just funny in my heart. I feel funny in my heart right now. My heart is pounding.
Eileen Bebo lives right down the street in Blackstone, Mass. She tells us she used to work for that chemical company and was shocked to hear that the building went up in flames.
You know, when you work someplace for 13 years, and I knew the people very well, they were like family. so it's tough.
And again, the cause of the fire is still unknown, but the state fire marshal is investigating. Reporting live from Woonsocket, I'm Hannah Cotter, 12 News.